This video shows how to assemble our Jellyfish table lamp. This is a full assembly video showing all steps. The cut files are available to download for free on our website, freelaserfiles.com. The lamp shown is cut from 3mm Baltic birch plywood, but any suitable 3mm or 1/8 inch thick material could be used. This is a glue-together model, and Titebond 3 wood glue from a small squeeze bottle is used in this assembly. Several spring clamps will be used to hold parts together while the glue dries. The finished lamp is approximately 38 cm or 15 inches tall, and approximately 32 cm or 12.5 inches wide. The lamp is designed to be used with an E12 candelabra size bulb holder, and only low heat LED bulbs should be used. The lamp in this video is cut on an Atezr P20 Plus 20-watt diode laser with air assist turned on. The files are drawn with no kerf compensation, which means that if a tab is drawn at 10 mm, the corresponding slots are also drawn at 10 mm. Any joint tolerance will be the kerf of your laser. Start by joining parts 17 and 18 to create an assembly jig. The parts of the lamp which form the Jellyfish body panels have been cut to save material. The 10 large panels need to be joined accurately and will be assembled using this assembly jig. You now need part number 4 and the two parts numbers 5. These will form the removable plate which holds the bulb holder. When the glue on your assembly jig has dried, you can use it to assemble 10 of parts number 1 to the 10 parts number 2. You need spring clamps to hold the parts in the jig. Align part number 2 into the jig and secure it with 2 clamps. Apply glue to all sides of the joint on part number 1. Secure the top slot to the jig with another clamp and slide the joint together. Secure the joint and the jig with the 2 clamps. This can now be left to dry. This step will only be shown once, because the parts need to stay in the jig until the glue dries. Repeat this step until you have joined 10 of the large panels. You can now assemble the remaining 10 parts number 1 to the 10 parts number 3. The bulb holder plate can be assembled next, using parts numbers 6, 7, and 8. Take note of the arrows engraved on these parts. These need to be aligned when the parts are glued together. It is also important that the inside edges of these parts are aligned. Clamp the parts together. Double-check the alignment of these parts and set them aside to dry. You can now start the assembly of the base plate, using part numbers 11, 12, and 13. These rings will be glued to the plate with the part number down, to hide it. Apply glue to the face of the rings, and clamp them in place. The rings attach to the inner and outer edge of the plate. Create a small dish to allow you to add an epoxy resin pour and whatever decorative accents you choose. When the glue holding the rings is dry, and the clamps removed, you can attach the bottom plate, number 14, and the 3 feet, number 16. Apply glue to the bottom plate, and clamp it to the base plate. The feet are optional. If you prefer, it is easy to apply self-adhesive felt to the bottom plate, and trim it with a craft knife. Obviously this would be done after painting your lamp. The small amount of excess glue is being smoothed out with the tip of the squeeze bottle. The bulb holder plate is drawn to fit loosely into the middle plate of the lamp. This makes installing the plate easier. As you turn your plate into the locked position, the tolerance between the parts will reduce. The amount of reduction depends on the kerf size of your laser. The hole in the bulb holder plate is drawn at 27 mm. This should accept an E12 candelabra bulb holder and hold it firmly. The bulb holders are available from several sites online, or from most of the big box stores. The ones used when drawing this model were purchased from Lowe's, Home Depot, and Amazon. A remote control, color-changing, LED light bulb was used in this lamp. This produces very little heat, and only gets slightly warm. You now have all the parts prepared to assemble your lamp. For the first stage you will need the base plate, the middle plate, the top plate part number 9, and the 10 large panels, which were assembled in the jig. Apply glue into the top slot on the base plate. Miss one slot, and apply glue into the next slot. Apply glue into the bottom slot. Again miss one slot, and apply glue into the next slot. On the middle plate, add a small amount of glue over the part number. Miss 3 slots, and apply glue at the end of the 4th slot. Apply glue to the end of the bottom slot. And again, miss 3 slots, and apply glue at the end of the 4th slot. Repeat this exact stage on the top plate. Start at the part number, then miss 3 slots. Apply glue at the end of the bottom slot, then again miss 3 slots. Apply glue to both slots on the panel. Glue was only applied to the top slot on the first panel, but this will be corrected after the second panel. Repeat this application until you have 4 panels ready to assemble. Assemble one of the panels into the part numbered slot, on both the middle and top plates. Add a second panel into the bottom slots. The third panel is assembled into the pre-glued slots. and the fourth panel goes into the opposing slots. This assembly is now inserted into the 4 pre-glued slots on the base plate. Make sure all the joints are fully inserted. The remaining panels can now be glued into place. Every slot on the base plate is used, but only alternate slots are used on the middle and top plates, leaving slots open for the small panels. Check that all the joints are fully engaged, and this should be left to dry. Now you can glue the 10 shorter panels into the slots you left free. double check that all the joints are fully engaged, and this can be left to dry. The final assembly stage is to attach the cable tidies to one of the legs. Your lamp is now complete, and can be painted and decorated to your taste. The one shown was spray painted after assembly. The top is painted with aqua blue, fading down to the white base. The dish in the base was poured with resin, over a sand fill, to make the sand appear to be wet. Small pebbles and seashells were added. We hope that you have enjoyed assembling this lamp, and that you will consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, to enable us to continue uploading free laser files.